Take a look at this one at Unique, especially in classics. Not going to see them like this every day. 1963 Ford Galaxie Country Squire Wagon, street rotted out. 390, board and stroke to a 428 underneath the hood. That's paired up with a C6 automatic transmission. Nicely equipped. We do have power brakes, discs up front, vintage AC, a hydro brake boost system, so basically power brakes. Original champagne colored car. Let's take a look at the front bumper, grille, headlight surrounds. You see the bright work, everything up front looks good. More of a modern high intensity discharge headlight has been installed. Now, as far as this wood grain down the side, this is actually a simulated fiberglass to look like wood grain. And it's beautiful. It is cool looking. This one looks as good in person, if not better, than the pictures in the video. Speaking of pictures, take your time looking through all the still pictures of this car on our website. They can be seen at uniqueclassiccars.com. If you're seeing this on YouTube, click on the link down below the video in the description. It's going to take you right to our website. Over 100 plus pictures of this car online, underside, interior, engine bay, close-ups. You can also call us 507-386-1726. Boss 5-spoke wheels. And there you can see the disc brakes behind those. So disc brakes up front. 18s in the front, 20s in the rear. Great stance. This car is also riding on air. Does have a Ride Tech electronic air ride system to it with a dual compressor setup. Let's take a look down this passenger side. I'll try to hit on all the details of this. There is a whole basically bundle of receipts, maybe some manuals, a lot of information from when this car was built. And it was done with attention to detail and very tastefully. So take a look down the passenger side. You see the side exiting exhaust in the rear. It has a custom exhaust system to it. Take a look up front, you're going to see some side exhaust underneath there too. It does have electronic cutouts, so you can really make this make some noise or leave it at just kind of a nice impressive growl. There's the little peek at the interior. That vintage AC system under dash. You can see on that center console, that's going to be your Ride Tech controller, bucket seats. Remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation. And this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email. As we take a look at the rear chrome, looks good. Power rear window, and this does work. I have it rolled down. There's a switch in the dash. This was an original 6-passenger wagon back in the day. All right, a lot of more details to go over on this car. So let me hit on some more of these. This is an original California car. Actually built and delivered San Jose, California. When we get underneath the hood, you're going to see it does have a CBF front belt drive system also, so a serpentine belt system. Has Phi-Tech fuel injection on it. Edelbrock Performer intake manifold and heads. Thumper comp cam. ARP head stud kit. MSD ignition, to name a few. And again, take your time looking through the still pictures. You'll be able to see the underside, interior, engine bay. Also remember, open door policy for third-party inspectors. Can't make it yourself to look at it in person, maybe due to distance or time. Not a problem. Like I said, open door policy for those guys. Try to represent these cars as fairly as we can with the walk-around video like this. Of course, all the still pictures online. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we're going to take this car for a ride, set the camera up in it, basically give you a little virtual ride in the car, if you will. Show you how it goes down the road. Black vinyl bench seat, second row. Carpeting, vinyl, all in nice shape. Let's check out this headliner. This car is just beautiful inside and out. And like I said, you don't see a lot of these. Listen to that door close. It's barely swinging it. About the front. All right, door panel, nice shape. Again, vinyl carpeting, all good shape. A couple other cool things on here that I'm going to show you when we start it up, let you hear it run. Before I start it up, let's make sure we're not missing anything, because this one is going to make some noise when we fire it up. 9-inch rear end, 275 rear gears. Make sure I mention that. I think we've hit on a lot of the highlights of this car. Hooker headers, I don't think I mentioned those earlier. And we'll pop the hood, take a peek underneath there in just a bit. Here's that power window switch in the rear. And that is working, actually. It's live right now. Let me go ahead and show you that. Power window works. As far as the starter setup on here, we have the key right here to turn on, initiate the ignition. And right here is the lighter, and you actually push that in. We'll start the car. Here's your electronic cutouts. Switch in the ashtray, so that will open and close those cutouts. Again, ride tech air ride with a dual tank setup for compressed air. Aftermarket stereo, that works very well when this thing gets fired up, and you can still hear the stereo. It's got plenty of volume to it. Top of the dash looks good. Let's go ahead and fire this up. So here's the actual push button to start it. Take a look at this dash. Aftermarket gauge cluster, nice setup. RPMs over here. Miles 1850. We have oil pressure, battery gauge there. I'm gonna flip this throttle just a little bit so you can hear it. Now, I'm gonna also open up those cutouts so you hear that. Close those back up. Awful loud with those open. Now that's a rumble. 390 board and stroke, so 428 cubic inch V8. Let me slip up to the front. Get this hood open. I want to show you this engine bay quick. Underside of the hood. Here it is, that V8 power. So aluminum radiator. Talked about the hydro power brakes, power steering, serpentine belt system, MSC ignition, Bitech, Edelbrock intake manifold and heads, battery disconnect. AC compressor up on the top. Loaded up. What a car for your shows, local roll-ins, cruise-ins. This one's got to be a trophy winner. 1963 Ford Country Squire wagon. Galaxie Country Squire wagon. Call us 507-386-1726, uniqueclassiccars.com. Stick around to the end of the video. We're going to take this thing down the road. Remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email.
Hey, did you know that this car qualifies for an extended warranty? It's just like the one you get at your new car dealership, except it covers your classic car instead. It covers all the major components like engine, transmission, drivetrain, and you can get coverage up to 10 years. Repairs aren't cheap. These extended warranties are a no-brainer. Contact us for a quote on this car today.
Today we're driving a very cool 1963 Galaxie wagon by Ford. And let me show you something before we get going. This has cutouts. Here's what it sounds like. Here's what it sounds like open. really sweet. Okay, let's get on the road. We also have a torque converter in this car that is tuned up to get some good acceleration. Very nice acceleration in this somewhat large car being a wagon. The thing I always say about wagons is there's just more to love, there's more there. And this, with the wood grain sides, is a beautiful wagon. Modernized with new wheels, suspension, engine. We've got computer control, ride tech down here, Tech under the hood. Our speedometer is working well. Battery is charging over 14 volts, and oil pressure is about 55 to 60. We have a tachometer right here. Temperature about 185. Fuel showing a quarter of a tank. Our odometer is digital, showing 1,849 miles currently. Our blower motor works. We have a vintage air set up right down below that also works. Brakes work very well. People at roundabouts stop and wait for you when you're in a beautiful car like this.